Hello, I'm Trace.
And I'm Sam.
And this is your captains speaking. And this is From Our Perspective. What episode is this? 29? I should have looked it up.
I think so.
Welcome to episode 20.
I'm not positive.
Yeah, welcome to episode 29 of From Our Perspective. Another one where we're face to face.
Yeah, I can look at you.
It's always weird to do this.
I mean, yeah.
It gives off a different vibe. Now when I go into editing, I know that we're not going to be like off from each other.
That's true.
Because with Skype, there's always like that little disconnect.
Yeah, and it's a lot easier to talk over each other in Skype.
Yeah, you don't get the same kind of, I guess, feel.
I can't slap you.
I mean,
over Skype.
Yeah, I guess.
I can't slap you now. You're kind of far.
I'm decently far away from you.
Let's give him a layout of the room.
Let's give him a good layout.
I'm sitting kind of near the door.
And I'm at basically the opposite wall. The window.
Yes.
To the window. To the wall. To the wall.
Okay.
Episode 29. Jeez, Lou, dude. 29 weeks of making possibly the dumbest thing that we've ever made together.
I don't know if it's the dumbest thing we've ever made.
There's that one sketch.
Yeah, let's forget about that.
Let's forget about that sketch. That was just the weirdest thing.
And we're not... You said forget about it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Huh?
Huh? Sketch?
What's a sketch?
What's a sketch?
Like when you draw?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Oh, episode 29.
Obviously the best one.
I'm just going to keep going back to the fact that it's the 29th episode.
We played Mario Kart today.
We did. We played Mario Kart.
Found out that every Mario spin-off game is designed to make you hate your friends.
Yeah.
Or to completely infuriate you. One of the two.
We've played a lot of... I came over to Sam's house. Mostly because I'm going off to college soon, and we wanted to make sure that we could hang out a couple more times before I left, while it was still easy. You're looking at me like you're telling me to shut up. I'm getting that vibe.
Not at all. No, keep going.
So I brought over my Nintendo Switch, and I have games like Mario Kart and Super Mario or Super Smash Brothers, Mario Maker 2. And each time we've played those games, like last time we played Mario Maker 2, that was a lot of fun. It infuriated both of us because it was really hard. We played, and then today we played Super Smash Brothers and Mario Kart. Sam kicked my ass up and down the block in Smash Ultimate. It started to get to the point where I wasn't having fun, but I didn't want to tell him that I wanted to be done because it seemed like he was having a really good time.
I mean, it was fine. I was fine quitting whenever. And
then Mario Kart, I was better at. I mean, we're pretty evenly matched.
It was pretty close, but you were a little bit better.
I'm better than him, and he's trying not to admit it right now.
No, I'm admitting it.
But yeah, so those games are fucking annoying.
Yeah, and if we play Mario, I don't think we played Mario Party, but we've usually played on a team.
Yeah.
If we played against each other, that's literally the game that can make you kill your friends. I think.
Did we play on a team last time?
I think so.
Because we played like Mario Party 6 or something.
Or
7. One of those. Or it could have been an earlier number. I don't know. But I feel like we played against each other. Who knows? It's been forever.
Well, you're still my friend, though.
So we obviously didn't. Yeah, that's true. Oh, God. I don't know what it is about Nintendo and wanting to create a game that is just so rage-inducing.
There's just like certain things, like the blue shell in Mario Kart.
The blue shell, the red shell...
any other power-up.
Any power-up that's not a positive for you.
The fact that I always seem to get a coin.
Yeah.
Right when I don't need it the most.
The most useless mystery box item. I've been playing God of War recently as well.
Yeah, you
on
tell me about that.
PlayStation 4. It's a really good game. I haven't gotten way too far into it, I don't think. Like, I've just... Like, the whole first bit is just, like... You don't really know when the tutorial stops. Because I don't know if it stopped or not. And I've played for a good while. But I think it has finally stopped because I got to, like, a new realm. But it's just really fun. I've only played like one other God of War game, and that was on my PSP. So it's been a while. I was in elementary school.
Was that like a puzzle one or something?
No, it was like I don't know which one it was. I don't remember beating it. God, it might have been like, I don't know what their names are.
That's
I don't
fine.
know. Is it? Regardless, it was like a proper game, I think. And I know the lore enough. You're the God of War. You're Kratos, and other gods piss you off, so you go on a murder spree. This one, it's basically gotten to the point where he's killed all other gods except in like Greek mythology.
So now he's moved on.
So now he's moved on to Norse gods.
Yeah.
So
I don't think he's necessarily out for blood in this one though, right?
I don't know.
I thought you played it.
I haven't beaten it, and I don't want to spoil anything. He's not out for blood. No, he's not like saying I'm gonna kill them all. But he does make a lot of offhanded remarks, like the gods talking about like Odin and Thor and all that. They're selfish and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It would be so crazy if like Roman and Norse gods and Greek gods were all real, especially Roman and Greek, because they're like exactly the same with different names, but like they're still both real. So like Jupiter and Zeus are both real.
It's just like, did they like look identical?
One of them's like got different hair.
One's got a fake mustache on.
Yeah, they're like, bro, you're jacking my steez.
Groucho Marx glasses, the nose and the mustache.
They did just totally jack that style.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Hey, am I right? Let's just go ahead and jump into the topic. I feel like we've pitter-pattered enough.
I feel like we've wasted enough time.
Yeah, just about. So this week you're leading it.
Yeah. And I was just thinking about boredom.
Because we were both bored earlier while we were
bored earlier.
We were trying to figure out something to do.
So I just like Googled some stuff, and I'm gonna get advice from the internet and share it with all of you. It's really good advice.
We're trying to fix boredom.
And if any of this works for you, we're not judging. It's just
a very unconventional way to fix boredom.
And wikiHow is always interesting.
Yeah.
They're lovely illustrations. Okay, so there's step 1 in how to stop being bored is to get creative.
Get creative. It's like the YouTube video, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
Start thinking creatively.
Yeah.
Now that it's broken into like big steps and like sub steps.
Yeah,
options.
wikiHow. Read a book. Is that creative or is that just reading a book?
I don't think it's actually creative.
I mean, I think a book is a good way to, I guess, stop boredom. I've always wanted to read. If it's a good book.
Yeah, here's the thing. I always enjoy reading when I do it. I just have to be, like, forced to do it.
Yeah.
Like, whenever I was assigned a book in school, I usually enjoyed it.
Yeah. What was your favorite book in school?
I read Where the Red Fern Grows, and that was...
Isn't that like about dogs?
Yes. Shush, don't spoil anything.
I haven't read it. I just remember my cousin, I almost said my dog. I remember my cousin telling me about it.
It's so sad. It's a good book though.
I don't want to say, like, I don't know anything about it, but I wanted to ask you a question, but I feel like I know like enough subconsciously to spoil it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you can already figure out what the sad part about this book is.
Yeah, if it's about a dog.
It's about a dog and it's sad. Everybody knows what happened.
There's a bad car crash and that's it. The dog lives to tell the tale.
He's writing the book.
He's writing the book. It just says bark, 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 bark.
It's just like paw prints all over the pages.
My favorite book in school that I was forced to read. Honestly, I guess if I had to pick one. Oh, The Lord of the Flies is a good book. I like that one. It. It's a good one. It's
about children killing each other, correct?
Yeah, that's like the surface level. It's a very pessimistic world. The guy who wrote it it was written, I think, after World War II. So, of course, there was a lot of pessimism in the world, especially from people who served. I think he served. European? I think, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely especially pessimistic there.
Yeah. So it was a very pessimistic outlook. But I thought it was very enjoyable. I remember everyone else hating it. Other than that, I hated every other book that I was forced to read in school. Like The Giver. I hate that book.
It was fine.
It's fine until the very end. I don't understand what she's going for.
It's a cool concept before that.
Yeah, but the end literally ruins it.
Yeah, it is really weird.
Because you're like...
I just vaguely remember it. It's been a long time.
He escapes... Spoilers for the book
all
The
the
Giver.
Middle schoolers.
He escapes. This boy escapes utopia with a little babby.
And isn't it then, kind of like unsure whether he gets caught or not or something?
Well, so he walks and walks and walks, and like people are searching for him because he has this immense capability now because he can remember things.
Yeah, he knows about the world that was.
Yeah, and he is walking, and like him and this baby are like dying. Basically, they're both basically dying of exposure to the elements. They don't have any food.
Remember how to survive in the wild.
I don't know. Does he? Does he remember?
I don't know if he remembered that.
And then like right at the very end of the book, it's snowing. They get up to the top of this hill, and he finds a sled or a sleigh.
I do remember that. Now
and this is like a very specific memory that he had that the giver gave to him was this memory.
Don't worry about that. It does that.
Sam's light started flickering as if there was a ghost in the room.
It's my fan's really old.
Yeah, it's fine. So the giver gave him this memory of a sleigh to help him get through the bad memories that he had to go through, like war and stuff. So he sees this.
He finds it. Like
he
in
sees.
reality?
I think that specific sled that he saw. Rides it with the baby and rolls up on a house that's in the wilderness, like a log cabin that's celebrating Christmas, I think is like the gist. And it ends. You don't know what happens. You don't know if he's dead, if he's what, if this is heaven, hell. You don't know. It's so bad. Like I like an ending that makes you think, but I don't know what to think.
I guess so.
Like was the city like just closed off an experiment? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, How to Help Boredom.
Yes. Talk about books.
Talk about a bad book.
Choose a genre you enjoy of your book. Don't pick a book you don't like.
So so there's a big plot or like a big point, a sub point,
and
then a sub point.
Yes. Exactly.
Jesus.
If you don't have any books lying around, go buy one.
See, I do want to start reading more. Like I bought a bunch of books, like the Game of Thrones series. I want to read those.
Okay. Tell me how they are. I haven't seen Did you watch the show?
No.
Me neither. Number 2. Doodle, paint, or sketch something.
That is something I like to do in my free time if I can. I don't think I'm a very good artist. I mean, I would say I guess I'm better than average.
You're fine.
I'm just bad at drawing people.
Oh, people are impossible, Trace.
People are hard. Like my little stump dude, Stumpy. I love him.
Yeah. And I like to doodle and stuff too. It's a good way to deal with boredom.
But you're good at drawing. Like you're a good artist.
I'm okay.
You're so... Shut up. Shut up.
What?
Shut your mouth.
Number 3, color.
No, I'm not 6.
Damn.
Got them. Any of
Sorry,
those
people who color.
Yeah, any of those people who get adult coloring books, go fuck yourself.
Coloring is a great way to lessen boredom.
Yeah.
If you don't have anything to color, try coloring in the pictures in a black and white newspaper or magazine.
Why?
Well, if you don't have any coloring books.
But okay, who wants to color that badly?
They're like, I have to.
I have to color right now.
I have a need right now, and I need to color.
If you don't have a coloring book, unless you're like an old person who has a newspaper anymore.
That's a fair point. You make a good point. I feel like they might have a coloring book.
Yeah.
There are also coloring books for adults.
Yeah.
Try picking such a book. Yeah, get it at a bookstore. Buy a book to read as well.
My mom has a coloring book full of swear words.
That's an adult coloring book.
Yeah, no, it's for kids. It was in the kids section.
I mean, hey. Write a list. This is one of the more interesting ones. This is what this advice almost essentially is. Just if you don't know what to do, just waste your time.
Just waste it.
Just waste it. Lists are fun. Are a fun way to pass the time. Make a list that challenges you to think of a variety of ideas. For example, try to write down 50 different Christmas songs or 50 girls' names that start with the letter A.
Why? Let me just...
Am I right? Like, isn't that
ask...
just... If you're a little bored, why not just waste your life?
You could find something so much more constructive.
You can also make lists of your favorite things. For example, you can make a list of your favorite movies in particular genre, your favorite books, or favorite travel destinations.
Let me pose this question again. Why? Why do I need to sit there and say...
You're bored, Trace.
But there's got to be something else I can do.
You could... Well, if you didn't like... If you tried to read and that bored you, if you tried to doodle, you couldn't do that. Try coloring. Why don't you just make a list?
You just start writing out useless information.
It's weird that comes before number 5, which is do some creative writing, which I feel is a better option than just start making lists.
I like to write.
Yeah, it's fun to do sometimes.
Like that one short story I wrote that I never finished. I don't care to. I mean, I got all that info. I got all.
I don't care to.
I don't care to. No, I just, when it comes to creating, like with art or writing or stuff like that, I just don't feel... I mean, no one ever feels like they're great at things. And if you do, then you're bad at it.
Or you're, like, really good.
What?
If you, like, know you're good at it, like, it's like, you can paint, but
no, even most people, even when they're really good, they're like,
could be better.
It could be a lot better.
Could be better.
When someone says, I nailed that.
I did great.
Like that painting right there, I nailed it. It's horrible. It's god awful.
Next one doesn't have like a header.
Yeah. Okay.
But it has a number 6. Write a letter or email. If you're bored, think about somebody you haven't seen in a while. Try writing the person a letter or email.
I do that, but kind of like in my head. Like I'll have... I talk to myself a lot. And I'm sure that makes sense because I talk a lot. So what I do is like I'll have a... I mean, a lot of people do this, or I think they do, is like in the shower, you'll have a conversation with someone, or you'll think through like a past thing, and you'll try to relive it, like this is what I would do, or this is what I would have said, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I specifically did that in school a lot because I had a lot more human interaction.
I don't see people anymore.
Yeah. So, or like when I'm in my car driving, if I'm not listening to music, what I'll do is I'll have a fake conversation with someone. Or more of I'll like as if I'm writing a letter to them.
Okay.
So I kind of do that.
Yeah.
But not when I'm like sitting in my room and I'm like done playing a video game and I'm like, man, I'm bored. And I'm just like,
email to
dear
my 3rd grade teacher.
Yeah. That's where I draw the line.
Number 7, make gifts for friends and family. Don't do that. For the most part, nobody really wants them.
At least for, like...
Maybe a significant other.
Yeah, if it's a significant other, it's always nice to surprise them with something.
Or, like your mom.
Yeah.
Or maybe your dad.
A parent or a significant other. If it's a friend, like if I came over to Sam's house today and I was like, "Hey, I got a present for you."
I was like, "Oh yeah, what?"
It's a collage. It's a paper collage.
That's even less useful than a basket.
I made this paper mache dinosaur for you.
Oh well, thank you.
You know where it would go? It would go on that shelf where where that Christmas gift I bought you has been sitting forever.
Well, it's there.
It's out in the open.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't. I don't think, like you said, if it's a significant other, it's totally fine to do that. No, because it's awkward when you just give someone a gift.
I think you should do it to strangers.
I made this basket for you. Hand it to them on the street and run.
And it's got their name on it.
That would be terrifying. If someone handed you a basket that you didn't know and they were like, "Here you go, Sam."
They looked you dead in the eyes and said, "I made this for you," and then turned around and walked away.
And you look at it and it says Sam A. Borders.
And it has a date on it. And you're like, "What is that?" And then like years pass. And then like you're on your deathbed and you look at that basket and it's today.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's like 02/30 or not, or 02/24 69.
Yeah.
And you're like, what?
How's that?
Anyway.
That'd be horrible.
Yeah.
Number 8, use household objects to make crafts. Just get a hot glue gun, grab some random shit laying around the house,
and start
putting it together.
Making a big statue out of shit around your house.
Yes.
Grab that globe, that half-empty bottle of water,
a bag of chips,
some of these trophies,
that bed sheet. There you go.
And just glue them all together.
Start gluing it together and shaping it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next.
Now we're on to large point number 2.
Okay.
Being productive when bored.
Okay.
So don't be creative. Get stuff
I would
done.
argue that some of the creativity is technically productive because it's like you're learning things or you're using a creative outlet, which is good. Anyway, be productive.
Number 1, this isn't a suggestion as much as a reminder. Recognize that boredom can lead to listlessness or lack of motivation.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind.
Keep boredom in mind that it might make you unmotivated.
I think it's meaning if you're bored, you might also feel unmotivated. So just push it aside, man. Get in there.
Get in there.
Get it done.
Just do it.
Yeah. Get in a daily workout is number 2. I don't think I've done that. A while.
That's good, decent while.
Yeah. Okay, number 3, do yoga.
Oh.
Hey, Trace.
Hey.
When's the last time you did a yoga?
I don't think I've ever, maybe I've done a yoga pose.
Like on accident?
Yeah,
you bend over to get something off the floor and you kind of lose balance.
And you have to
your
catch
hands
yourself.
fall to the floor and you're like, oh, downward facing dog.
Downward dog right there. No, I don't think I've ever purposely done yoga before.
I don't think I have either. Learn a new skill. Now, I see a man with a paint palette and a brush here in their illustration. I feel like that falls in the other one.
Yeah.
Also, there's a guy with a guitar and... Okay, it's a spatula, but it kind of looked like a screwdriver, and he had a pan, so it was a little confusing.
Just scrape your pan with the screwdriver. If you could learn one skill, what would it be?
I think an instrument would be an interesting one.
That'd be pretty cool.
Maybe fly a plane.
Did you say fly a plane?
Yeah, that'd be cool, right? Being able to.
I like how you went from an instrument to flying a plane.
I mean, those are both cool to me.
Okay. Yeah, those are pretty neat. If I could learn a skill, it would be how to vertically leap 30 feet.
Okay, I didn't know it was like impossible things. I didn't know
it might not be impossible.
A vertical 30-foot leap?
From a standing position, yes. What if I did... I could learn that.
No.
Why?
30 feet?
Yeah. 3 stories. I could jump over a 3-story house from a standing position. I could learn how to do that. I mean, it'd take a lot of work. I mean, a bee can fly.
Great. Are you about to quote me the bee movie?
Yeah, the bee movie opening.
So, get a new skill, whatever that may be. Here, they might have suggestions. If you aren't very artistic, consider learning how to paint, draw, or sculpt.
If you aren't good at art, why don't you learn how to do art?
Yeah, why don't you get better?
Get good, scrub.
If you aren't musically talented, consider learning to play or
I mean,
sing.
I guess I see what it's going for. It's like go out of your comfort zone.
But here's the next one. If you enjoy cooking, buy a cookbook and make new meals every day. So improve your cooking skills.
But if
learn a whole new skill.
Learn a whole new skill. I like cooking. The other day I cooked a meal.
There's a lot of standing with cooking.
There is, and it takes a decent amount of time. Like, it took me about an hour or so to make that meal. Like, I was house sitting with my cousin and his girlfriend. And we went to the store that morning and bought a bunch of cooking supplies, and I cooked them a meal. I mean, it was a lot of fun. And it's gratifying to cook a meal from scratch and then have people tell you that it's good.
Yeah. I cooked some waffles in the toaster this morning.
Uh-huh.
And I ate them, and they were good.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that's necessarily cooking. I think that's more heating. Just, I know no one could see his face, but he just kind of looked disappointed.
Okay, number 5. Start a garden.
Okay. We've talked about gardening.
We have.
So if you want to do gardening, go back and listen to insert episode 14? Number here. 14, something like that. Go listen to the one about the gardens.
I think it's In the Weeds.
We're in the Weeds is the title. If you want to start a garden, good tips in there, I think.
Lots of good tips. A garden, though.
Yeah.
It's
that's
like,
a very...
Okay, you're bored. I'll just, make a new job for myself.
Here's the thing, is boredom is temporary. Like, if you're bored, you can be bored for, 2 hours, and then you're not. Pardon me. But a garden is very long-term.
Yeah. That's like one of those things where it's like, you make a commitment to something, and then it's like...
And then here's the thing. When you're bored, you're more apt to say, yeah, I'd love to do that. I'd love to try this out so I can stop being bored, because boredom is horrible.
It does suck.
It
sucks.
It's the worst thing ever, being bored, because you just feel useless.
First world problems, am I right?
Am I right? I beat this video game.
I had waffles this morning. But I'm so bored.
I'm so bored. But yeah, so whenever you're bored, it's like you're willing to do anything to stop being bored. So a lot of those decisions are very impulsive. So you'll go and plow a bunch of your land and plant some seeds.
Plants.
Buy some plant. You'll go out. You'll be like, I'm gonna start a garden. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna start a garden. You'll go out, buy seeds, buy plants, go plow a big portion of your yard, or a decent portion of your yard, and then plant them, and then probably most likely won't go back to it.
Yeah.
And now you just have this big ugly square in your garden, and some gardening tools in a pile, maybe even parts of a fence that you were gonna build.
If you were really ambitious.
And you're just like, well, now I have to go put those up, and you don't. And then they just lay out in the fucking yard.
Because you don't have a shed, because you don't have a garden.
Yeah. Idiots.
Okay, 6. Make plans for upcoming trips and events.
I totally forgot to bring this up, and this is a good thing to do. I went to Nashville. Did I bring this up on the podcast?
Like recently, or like...
I went to Nashville like a couple of weeks ago.
I think you did. Didn't you go to Margaritaville?
I didn't go there. I saw it. I know I mentioned it to you. If I mentioned it on the podcast, I'm sorry for bringing it up. I don't think I did.
Okay.
But yeah, I went with a couple of my friends. We went to Nashville, and it was a lot of fun. We planned it like the weekend prior. We were like, let's go to Nashville next weekend. And we did. We stayed in a hotel. Ate some Nashville hot chicken, which was good. I like spicy food, but that shit lit me on fire, my doggy. I was like sobbing. And yeah, we were out. So Nashville has the street is Broadway. It's like I think people call it Music Row, or I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry.
No idea.
But it's like a bunch of bars and restaurants on a strip in Nashville, and like they have shops as well, but it's mostly bars and restaurants, and a lot of them have live music, and it's just packed to the brim.
That sounds nightmarish to me.
Yeah, you wouldn't like it.
I would hate that. I hate anything with a lot of people.
It is really a lot of people. Like, there is a lot of people. And we were kind of walking around. We had bought like a little parking place. We went to the Johnny Cash Museum. I don't like country music, but I like the golden country music, like Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, stuff like that. So it was very interesting. I think Johnny Cash is interesting. And we were walking around. We went to eat. We were walking around. We went into a couple of shops, and I walked out of the shop as my friends were still in there because there were too many people. And I was like, I got to get out of the shop. Mm-hmm. It's annoying. And across the street, like a beacon of hope, lighting up the sky, I see Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. And I took a picture of it, and I wanted to post it, but I totally forgot. And I wanted to send it to you, and I totally forgot.
Yeah.
But it was great. It was beautiful. I couldn't stop laughing for some reason because it means so much to us.
It has a lot of sentimental value.
Yeah. But it was fun. So I would say planning like a day trip is really fun.
Yeah. Because
we literally went for a day, stayed in a hotel, left that next morning. It was a lot of fun.
Number 7. This is one of the most annoying things to get. Say you're bored.
I'm bored.
And you like complain to somebody. You're like, I'm just kind of bored.
Sam, I'm so fucking bored right now.
Then they say something like, why don't you reorganize your home or your house or your room? And you're like, I don't want to torture myself. I'm just bored.
I have the same disposition as you. Okay. I don't like to reorganize if I don't have to.
I'm going to lump number 8 in real quick.
Okay.
Do something you've been putting off also. So, like, do your homework or, like...
I will say...
I hate that.
Some people do find cleaning and reorganizing fun and enjoyable. We don't, really. No, generally, I would say. But, like I said earlier, I'm going off to college. I'm leaving... While we're recording, I'm leaving in 5 days. So I had to reorganize and clean my room and pack a bunch of clothes. That hurt my thumb. I hit the table. Hand. And pack all my clothes and stuff like that. And it was like, first of all, it helped me find things that I had thought I had lost or didn't know that I had.
Yeah.
Like going through my closet and picking everything up and seeing everything. Like I found a DS that you let me borrow a long time ago, the little red one with Pokemon Ruby. I totally
forgot I even lent that to you.
Yeah, I still have it.
Why didn't you bring it?
I totally forgot about it again. But I know where it is now. So that, like, doing it as much as I wanted to put it off and put it off and put it off, as soon as I started, it was actually, like, enjoyable. Mm-hmm. Now the cleaning aspect, like the other day I was like, okay, everything's organized. Now I actually have to clean. Hated that.
Yeah.
Cleaning is not fun. Sometimes it has to be done though.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know, if you're in the right frame of mind, it's not like it doesn't bother me. So, like, I don't always necessarily hate it. Most of the time I do though.
Okay, sure.
Shut up.
On to big category number 3.
Uh-huh.
Interacting with others.
That's a big nope from Sam Borders himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, no, I like to be with people. I do like to be with people.
I think
sparingly.
I also think it's like we both have similar outlooks on this as well, is that you have to get to know someone before you enjoy their company.
Yeah, I definitely do.
Like, there are a lot of people in this world that can meet someone and then be like, yeah, I enjoy meeting you. I enjoy getting to know you. Hate that part. That is my least favorite part.
That is the toughest part.
So if we've met and we've talked and we've slowly become friends, for me it's a process. If you ever become friends with me, like we meet,
there's layers.
It is a process.
Like a tiered cake of friendship.
You'll typically know that I don't consider you a friend until I approach you first. If you have to continuously approach me, then we're probably just acquaintances.
Do not take that as me, because I'm almost never going to approach you.
That's also true.
I'm always going to wait for somebody to be like, hey, do you want to hang out or go somewhere?
Me and Sam, best of friends. I always have to make the first step. I can never rely on him to be like, hey.
Very rarely do I say, hey, do you want to hang out?
Yeah, like if it's just like coming to your house or going to my house, then you'll sometimes.
Yeah.
But if it's
I'm
like
never making a plan.
Yeah, if it's like, hey, do you want to go out to eat? It's always me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And usually, even the times you're like coming along with my dad to see a movie, he has asked me if I want to see a movie.
Hey, do you want to go see this new movie? And you're like,
sure.
Yeah, why not? What else am I gonna do?
Sit around here and be bored.
Okay, what's the next one?
Number 2. Oh wait, I didn't even read number 1. Play an online game with some friends.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That is very good.
Number 2.
Number 2. Moving on.
I don't know there's much to say about that. Just
ban video games because apparently they cause violence.
Oh no.
No
politics.
It's not politics. It's stupid opinions.
Number 2. Play some simple profitless games.
Play what?
Like charades.
Play
propless, like doesn't involve anything. Like you don't need a board or like cards. You can play a game like I Spy, Truth or Dare, 20 questions with your friends.
Hey Sam, okay. I spy a dumb list.
That's why I picked it, Trey.
Oh, I know.
The only time I would ever resort to playing 20 questions is if the power is out.
Okay.
As a joke, usually. Or like maybe in a car ride on vacation.
I never played 20 questions with another person.
Are you going to tell me that you play 20 questions with yourself?
No.
That seems pretty easy.
No, I mean,
what am I thinking of?
Is it larger than a bread box?
Is it a panda? You got it.
You got it. Good job.
Trey, you sly. Hey,
no.
My mom's calling.
Oh. Answer it on the...
Answer it on the podcast?
Yeah, put her on speaker. Put her on speaker.
No, I won't do that. Hello?
Okay.
No, I don't need cereal. Yes, I do need milk. Yeah, I do need milk.
He needs milk, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. We're not laughing at you. I love you.
I can't wait till she listens back to this. I can't wait till she listens to this episode. Because you didn't even disclose to her that you were going to answer the phone.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
I
closed your phone.
I closed my phone.
Where the list is.
Number 3. Hang out at a coffee shop. No. I would never do that.
I would.
A coffee shop? Do you like coffee?
I mean, not like just coffee. Like if it's like a frappuccino or a macchiato or something. I like the vibe of a coffee shop.
What? Veering towards a library?
Yeah. Kind of.
I do like libraries. I don't read very much, but there's something
I like
comforting
areas,
about a library.
I like areas that are specific to the thing that I don't do.
I like areas where people aren't allowed to talk to me.
It's like basically saying, like, I don't like to work out, but I love just going and sitting in a gym.
No, it's a lot different, and you know it. If you go to a library, I completely lost my train of thought, but that's fine.
I don't think it's
4.
any different.
Rewatch old movies with friends. Now, do we mean old movies like Charlie Chaplin? Or do we mean like old movies like
I just think
old
any
things
old
you've
movie.
watched in the past?
I just think I think watching any movie with a bunch of friends is a good one.
Yeah.
It's just a fun experience, like having a group of people to watch a movie with, especially a group of like-minded people.
Yeah, just make sure everybody needs to be on the same page about the talking during the movie.
Here's my rule. If you're at home, if you're in a house, talk freely. I mean, not freely.
Just constantly.
Yeah, just constantly talk, completely distract everyone else from the movie. No, you can like make a quip or two. Or you can say something, but
I'll have what she's having.
You can say that at home. You can do that at home. In a movie theater, if you're going with a group of friends, I like
to screech in those scenarios.
Scream, yeah, just
screaming.
Let out a big yelp.
Just like.
No, I mean.
Do you remember that one time we went to see Airplane with my cousin, my brother, and my dad?
Airplane?
Didn't you? Were you there for that?
No,
you weren't there for that.
I wasn't.
But it started, and the the fin on the airplane went through the clouds like a shark, and my cousin just goes, "Oh."
Well, there's that time we went and saw Incredibles 2, The Incredibles 2, and the Pixar short before it.
Yeah.
And I just died laughing.
You caused the entire theater to laugh.
I was losing my mind. There's a wonderful little... we've probably talked about it, but I'll summarize.
I think so.
There's a wonderful little Pixar short about a dumpling that is a child that... It's like a nice meaning, but it's funny in the way that it plays out because it's weird. It's bizarre. It's absurd. And I think absurdity is, if not my favorite, one of my favorite types of comedy.
It's pretty good.
And it just made me lose my mind, and everyone else started laughing at and with me. He was
the first one. I was sitting there kind of stunned, like, what just happened? And then from my right, I hear Trace's signature laughter.
Like the screaming kind of... yelping hyena laugh that I have. Anyway.
I'm going to skip down a little because I need to get to this one.
Okay.
Number 6. Get this. Pretend to be a tourist in your own town.
No!
I would like to imagine that you, dress the part.
You're in a Hawaiian shirt.
Hawaiian shirt. You get the camera around the neck.
A bucket hat of some sort.
That's right.
Or like a
sunglasses.
Hat. Cargo shorts.
Yeah, some sandals. Even though you live in Maine.
Yeah, you're in a cold environment.
You're shivering.
I think people who live in cold environments are more apt to be okay with that weather.
I mean, in cargo shorts?
Yeah, like I'm the type of guy who can wear I guess summery clothes in a cold environment, like in fall.
Yeah.
People are like, how are you not cold? I'm like, I'm just more
I don't wear coats. Drives my mom crazy.
Oh yeah, I never wear a coat. It's
and
always
like where's your coat?
Or it's like a light jacket.
Yeah. I have my uniform that I wear.
Yeah.
I never change because change is scary. Anyways, we'll unpack that psychological problem later. On to big number 4.
Okay.
Find ways to have fun. It's just a bunch of crap. Like,
Bunch
basically,
of shit.
number 1, look at memes. 2,
Okay.
bake. 3, make a unique mixtape.
Oh, like
Number
a
4,
playlist.
just start dancing. Number 5, look through old photos. Number 6, watch funny videos online. Like a crazy Fortnite kill compilation.
I killed
It's very
Ninja.
funny.
I killed Ninja. Not clickbait. Funny.
Totally real.
Totally real. Not clickbait. Funny.
But that's about all with that list. But I do have another one
Okay.
that maybe we can skim through real quick.
Yeah, we'll skip
This
it.
is from lifehack.com or .org. Sorry, it's an
Get it right.
organization.
It's an organization. It's
Not
a non-profit.
It's not a com.
It's not a computer. That's not what COM stands for. There's no way.
It's not. 53 fun things you can do this weekend.
This weekend specifically?
Yeah, by Alex Morris.
Thank you, Alex.
His profile picture is a character from Overwatch. I don't remember its name.
What is it?
I believe it's Genji.
Is it a ninja?
Yeah, it's a robot ninja.
Yeah, I think that's
I got
Genji.
it right. Number 1, go for a walk.
Nope.
Nope. Number 2, go for a run. Bigger nope.
Nope, even more of a nope.
Number
Like, I
thr-
could understand, like, a stroll through a park.
Just
Like-
go outside and start walking.
No, there's just nothing around.
Pull a Forrest Gump.
And never stop for... How long did he run?
It was a while.
Like, wasn't it years?
Yeah, it was crazy. I love that movie.
It's so bizarre.
Anyway, number 3, learn to juggle.
Why?
Number 4, go swimming.
Okay, I can understand that. I like to swim.
Number 5, be annoying. Drum. Don't get a drum kit. Just start drumming.
Oh, you added the being. Did you
Yeah,
add the be annoying?
I had,
Okay.
because that would...
I was like,
Probably
be
get on my
annoying.
nerves.
Yeah.
Number 6, he also suggests just break out into dance.
Why just dancing?
Turn on the radio and just start dancing in your living room.
You have to kind of feel it. You have to feel the music.
I mean, I never feel that. I never feel an urge to dance.
Well, you're not one to listen to music, really.
That's also true.
I'll listen to, like right now I'm really into Elton John. And sometimes I'll have him on, like I have a playlist of just Elton John songs, some of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll, like, put my headphones in and I'll listen to music while I'm doing something. And I'll, like, kind of shimmy a little bit.
Shimmying.
But I'm never like, you know what? I'm going to dance. And then start dancing.
Full on dancing.
It's just like you get into it.
You're like jumping up onto chairs, like leaning them over and like sliding down.
What was that movie with Tom Cruise?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I don't know the name
Where he's
of
in
it.
the white.
Yeah, white shirt, glasses, undies.
Yeah.
Where he's listening to I Like That Old Time Rock and Roll.
Yeah. Number 7, community sports. There are many community football, cricket, baseball, or basketball teams.
This is a very... Oh, wait. Well, this is things to do this weekend.
Yeah, this is just stuff.
I was thinking that this was still, like, how to fix boredom.
I mean, it kind of is.
But that's a very... if it was, that's a very, again, a long-term thing. Where if you're bored right now, joining a community sport, like, you could possibly sign up for one.
Yeah.
But it's got to be, like, the right time. Even now, I don't think you could sign up for any sports.
Yeah, so... Sorry, guys. Can't do number 7.
That one's out.
Number 8. Watch wildlife. Just go sit and
Just
look
turn
at
on
the
Nat
woods.
Geo.
Yeah, just go listen to David Attenborough.
That's more enjoyable because he can tell you about the animal.
Yeah, he can tell you what's going on. And you're not like, it's a bug.
That's a neat bug right
it's
there.
It's just a cool bug. Nope, you can't do this one. Head to the playground.
Not anymore.
Grab yourself a kid.
I mean, it is weird that they're like, you would expect, and this will probably become a thing here soon, like adult playgrounds. Because there's like this weird...
Is there anything more sad than that, though?
But there's this like weird new thing where it's like people can't accept that their childhood is fleeting. And I'm not trying to call out like a whole generation, but it seems like millennials specifically can't, because they're the ones who are like adults now.
Yeah.
They can't
You guys will get there. Don't worry.
No, yeah, but it's like they don't get it. Like there are a lot of like things that are popular because they're nostalgia is big, is what I'm getting at, and people remember going to playgrounds.
I'm sorry.
People remember going to playgrounds and playing, so they try to capitalize on that. So I'm surprised, and I won't be surprised if adult playgrounds start getting popular again.
I mean, that does sound exactly like something that would happen.
Yeah.
And here's proof that this person isn't from America.
Mm-hmm.
Number 11, car boot sales.
What is a... Isn't that in London?
It's like a garage sale.
Didn't Ben and Jay tell us about that?
I think so. I think it's you sell things out of your trunk. A car boot is... Like a boot is a trunk.
Yeah.
So you sell things out of the back of your car.
Do you ever do trunk or treating?
Nope. What is that?
It might have been just a private school thing, but around Halloween time when I went to private school, they would do trunk or treat so people wouldn't go around the neighborhoods where there could be potential predators.
Like the movie?
Like leopards. The predators from the movie. It was like everyone pulls up and you walk around a parking lot to get candy.
Did you do trick-or-treating here?
In Spencer County, no.
You just go down Main Street.
I did. Wait, I did do that once.
That's usually what happened.
Well, because it's very dispersed. There's not big neighborhoods. What we typically would do is go to my cousin's house, and he lives kind of in more of an urban area, like a lot of neighborhoods, connecting neighborhoods and stuff like that, and we would go around and trick-or-treat that way. I
just know that our family would always buy a giant bag of candy, just in case somebody did roll up to our house, because we have a very long driveway.
Yeah.
If they walked up that, we're just going to dump a giant bag of
Did that ever happen?
No, that never happened. But we always got to eat it. So.
Yeah. I just like to imagine your family watching a Halloween themed movie while kind of all enjoying this big bag of candy.
I mean, yeah. Could have been Star Wars.
I guess any movie.
Number 12, check your community calendar.
Why? For what?
Don't do anything. Just check it.
Just check it.
Just check it out.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
That'd be cool to do. Join a film or book club.
How many of those are there? Are there many clubs anymore? Book clubs used to be a thing.
I mean, I feel like it'd be a group of friends that already know each other that would be let's start a book club, right?
Yeah. I mean, I know that, there's an episode of King of the Hill where Peggy wants to join a book club, and that was, in the 90s. Maybe early 2000s. That's almost 20 years ago when that episode came out.
Stop. Stop pointing that out.
Stop pointing out that childhood is fleeting.
Stop pointing out that my childhood is fleeting,
You damn millennial.
I'm on the border.
Anyway.
14, visit friends.
Okay. I understand that one.
15, volunteer work. That's very good.
Yeah, everyone is
now,
always...
I did say fun thing.
That always... Volunteer work is either, harder labor or hardish labor, or it's kind of sad.
Yeah, I get what
because you feel bad. I mean, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I would imagine that... because if you go to a homeless shelter, you're obviously going to feel bad.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a fun experience for you or for the homeless people.
You're just laughing.
It's this is great.
You're spooning out
chili.
But if you want to do volunteer work, that is very
That is a very good thing, and you're much better than either of us.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to.
It's not a lot of fun, though.
It's not all that fun.
So that shouldn't be on this list. A list of good things you can do for your community, yes. Fun things to do this weekend?
No.
Visit free museums. You mean shitty ones?
Yeah, bad ones.
Go to an actual museum. Why's it gotta be free?
I mean...
Go to the
when we were,
Fraser Museum.
When we were in Nashville, we went to the remake of the Parthenon.
Oh.
Or the Pantheon? Parthenon? What's the one that burnt down?
I don't remember.
One of them.
One of those.
And that was really cool. We had to pay to get in. It would have been a lot better if, it was more ancient Greek themed.
And less Nashville.
There was literally a room of paintings that were all musicians, but their heads were instruments, like guitars and drums, and they were all like country. You could tell that they were country.
Like a banjo.
Yeah.
A mandolin.
And then you like walk up to the next floor, and there's like this giant statue of Athena, and you're like, what was that room?
What was that weird room with the instrument heads?
Yeah, and you're like, this is an amazing statue. I wish there was more of this and less of instrument faces.
I think those sound wonderful.
No.
Were they good paintings?
I mean, they looked more like photoshopped pictures.
Oh, that's sad. Okay.
They could have been. I didn't pay attention.
I would want it like a portrait, but like just the head is just
a banjo.
violin.
Yeah.
Number 17, visit a zoo or wildlife reserve. You do have to pay for zoos.
That's true, I guess.
Okay.
I've been, I guess if I went to like a different zoo that's not the Louisville Zoo.
I do like to go to hot places and smell animal shit. So, the zoo is a good
So
place.
this sounds right up my alley. I've just been to the Louisville Zoo so much that it's not fun anymore.
Yeah, I've seen the giraffes. I've seen the albino crocodile.
King
alligator?
Louis.
Yeah.
I think it's an alligator.
The albino thing.
The albino one. The one that's white.
Seen the polar bears.
Yeah. And them do, like, one time I was there, I saw the polar bears moonwalk. That was pretty neat.
Really?
I didn't really care. I would have got the same enjoyment out of it if I was watching a video online.
That's true. I think that maybe destroyed the enjoyment of zoos.
Seeing cooler videos of cooler animals doing cooler things.
Yeah. Number 19, volunteer at a racetrack.
Why?
I don't know. I guess
that's so. Like,
I guess they're low staffed, so you can just get there and just do it
so
this weekend.
That's out of left field.
Number 20, make some bread.
Yeah.
This is stay indoors. This is this list. Pop some corn.
Make popcorn?
Yeah.
That's not a fun thing to do.
There's a link on how to make popcorn included.
You can just buy a bag of that Act popcorn, throw it in the microwave. There is literally a button for it. Press a button and that's it. It takes like 4 minutes max. And that's including time spent to put it in a bowl.
Number 22. Organize a budget food contest.
Where are these coming from?
I don't know what this means, so I'm going to read the description. Have friends round with the rules of cooking something for under $10. Mark the results. The winner.
It's like those TV shows where you're like, these are your parameters. Now make a meal. So it would be like me and you saying like, okay, we have $10. Let's go buy items to make food and make food. Let's see who can make better.
I'm just buying waffles.
All right, pick one more, and we'll call that one our last one.
This one just says search Wikipedia, so I think that's a good stopping point.
Yeah.
Just start Googling stuff and see what interesting things you can
we've had fun. Like, there's something you can do, the Wikipedia races.
Yeah, that's
where
fun.
you try to get from one thing to another, and that's typically, like, once I do go, I'll end up on a rabbit hole through Wikipedia.
Yeah.
And, like, I'll do that on my own. But it is fun. If you've never done it, it's like you set like your starting and ending point, and you have to try to get. So, like, say you're trying to get from Japan to Captain America, and you have to click links on the Wikipedia page. It's a lot of fun, I think. Anyway, that is our topic. Today in history, something happened today. Believe it or not.
What?
Yeah. Believe it or not, what is today?
The 12th.
The 12th. August 12th, 1877.
That's a long time ago.
We've gone farther back.
That's true.
Thomas Edison.
Yes.
Completes the first model for the phonograph. It is a device that recorded sound onto tinfoil cylinders.
How about that?
So it's the first device that could actually record sound.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. Like, Thomas Edison might not be the best guy, but
that's pretty cool.
That is a very cool thing to do.
Yeah.
And he's like, Though, like, there are a lot of things where people say he stole things.
Could you imagine, like, he invites you over, and he's like, check out this cool new thing. And then he hits the button, and it says, check out this cool new thing.
Or he's like cranking this machine. He's like, go ahead and start talking. And you're, like, saying a sentence, and he keeps cranking it, and it starts playing what you literally just said back to you.
I think that person would die.
Yeah, imagine that never happening before. And
you would have never heard your voice.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy to think of?
Imagine this. This is like kind of the modern day version.
That's the first podcast.
Yeah. This is kind of the modern day version. I walk in, or I'm like, hey, Sam, you want to come over? You're like, sure. You walk in. I'm like, hey, come walk in this room real quick.
Okay.
You walk around in the room. I press a button, and then you see like a hologram of yourself do the exact same thing.
I'd be like, that's pretty neat, Trace. How'd you do that?
That's neat.
What government facility did you break into?
I've seen better.
I've seen cool. I saw a cool bird today, so...
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that the first thing that Thomas Edison actually recorded was his rap mixtape that he had made. That was the first actual recording.
But that was fire.
It was. It was, as the kids say, on point. There's nothing that makes anyone feel older. Like, I'm 18 years old, but saying as the kids say makes you feel so much older than you are.
As the kids say, on fleek.
On fleek. Ugh. I feel like
that
40
is old.
now. I feel like I'm 40. I'm rapidly aging. You got a fact about the phonograph?
Yeah. Thomas Edison.
Uh-huh.
Well, his nickname was Tommy.
That's not about the phonograph.
Look, they all can't be winners.
I mean, I'm sure that, like, the bit is, like, we're supposed to read a fact and then we're supposed to make a lie.
Look, I was busy looking at my other thing. Okay.
And that, the best part about your quote-unquote lie is that is probably true.
It's probably true. The phonograph.
Yeah.
It's... little known fact that the first song ever recorded on it was Bad by Michael Jackson.
Top selling album at one point, probably. Bad.
I think so.
Was it that or Thriller that got, like, extremely big?
I have no idea. But it was Bad that was recorded on the phonograph. Or was that the correct word for it?
Yeah, it's a phonograph. Okay. See, our facts seem to kind of butt heads. I said he first recorded his songs.
Well, sometimes you get conflicting things.
He's right.
Who's right?
Let us know and on Twitter and such.
That's how it goes. Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna kick it over to Sam's Holiday Corner and wrap this little puppy up.
It's August 12th.
Of course.
And that means it's National Middle Child Day.
Hey-o!
Yeah, so congratulations to the forgotten child.
Incorrect. I'm the middle child, and my mom...
I knew that.
I'm my mom's favorite.
I knew that going in.
Yeah, is that why you picked that one specifically? Yeah. I was the middle child for the longest time. I don't know. I mean, I'm still technically a middle child with my dad, because I have two younger siblings. So now me and my baby brother Oakley are both middle children.
Yes.
But I'm like the second oldest.
Yeah.
I was not the favorite then, but that's only because Oakley was a toddler and I was 16.
Yeah.
So I was my mom's favorite, wasn't my dad's, because the baby always is the favorite. Like when it's an actual baby.
Yeah.
So yeah. Being the middle child is fun because you are typically forgotten. Like, but sometimes it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely good because your parents are kind of feeling things out for the first time with the oldest.
Yeah.
And when you come along, they're definitely a lot more lax.
Yeah. They know what having a child is like. Yeah.
So, it's kind of helpful. It's got its pros and cons. Sometimes they're a little too lax, and you start acting out as a child. I didn't. I just know people who did.
Yeah.
Anyway.
For a friend, right?
Yeah. For a friend. Asking for a friend. Anyway, I think that's going to wrap it up for us.
Yeah.
Okay. This has been From Our Perspective. Thank you all for listening. As always, you can find us anywhere where podcasts are found, just about. We're on Stitcher, Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube. I think that's all the places we are now. Google Play, are we on there? I think my dad found us there. Or who knows? Who knows?
I don't know.
For the Android users, they don't have iTunes.
Oh.
They have their own little thing. Anyway, you can find us in any of those places. Leave a review if you can on any of those places. Let us know how we're doing, good, bad, or otherwise. We'd love to hear from you. If you can't leave a review, you could always find us on social medias at FOP_pod on Instagram and Twitter. You can leave us a comment on a post or tweet at us on Twitter. You could also find us on Facebook at Large Lads, and you can find us on YouTube at From Our Perspective. Other than that, we post the podcast every Monday, and we will see you next Monday. I've been Trace.
And I've been Sam.
Bye.
Toodaloo.